Here we are in the living room again. We'll see how long this lasts. Oh man, it's been a long week. It's been a long week. That little girl over there has been an absolute disaster all week. She's been super growly. She's stealing his bone. She's such a little crazy. Look at her. She didn't want that bone until he had it, and then she wanted it. Anyway, she's just been a mess. We've been switching over some of her medications to a different medication that was recommended by the vet, and I think just the transition has not been great. She's been real snarly and just not super awesome for most of the week, except for today. She woke up, it was like 5:20 when she started whining. She'd already peed in her bed. We love it. It was better than the 4:50 that she woke up at one of the days earlier this week. Another day earlier this week, she'd peed twice and pooped in her bed. I don't know what's going on with that. Anyway, it's been a mess. Today, though, she's just been super whiny and like crying and just a mess in that way, which honestly, rather have her whining than snarling at me. That's good. I'm just hoping that it's this new medicine we've switched her on to, and you know, sometimes it takes a couple weeks, honestly, sometimes for it to like get into their system and like actually start functioning the way it's supposed to. So anyway, my morning writing sessions this week have been a little interrupted because there have been, like I said, several days where she's woken up really early, and so I'm getting up early, but like I'm taking her outside to potty. I'm trying to monitor her and make sure that she doesn't poop in our living room again. Like, and then when she does get up in the morning, she has like so much energy, and so it's really hard to like just like let her go potty real quick and then put her back to bed. No, she's like barking and crying and bleh. So anyway, I have gotten some work done. And now that the two of them seem to be kind of chill, I think we'll head back to my office that I cleaned up. That's the other mess this week. Oh my gosh. I sat down to my work desk, my like day job work desk on Monday morning, and I have a phone on the desk, like a landline phone on the desk for work, and it was off. Like nothing was lit up. It was like dead, which was weird. So anyway, long story short, they had to send me a new phone, which arrived late on Thursday. So I haven't had a phone all week. I plug it in, and the new phone also doesn't work. I have tried multiple outlets in the house. I've tried multiple cables. I've tried a whole host of things. I went and talked to their tech people. Like, they could not figure out what was going on. So I had like the box from the new phone. I had cables and wires all over the place. So I've cleaned it up a little bit. So now I can head back there, and hopefully it'll be a slightly more peaceful room for the moment. We'll see. I'm tired, friends, but let's head back there, and now that he's gotten super comfy, let's head back there, and I'll let you know how far I've gotten with revisions over the past week. I didn't change the thing. I'm not messing with it today. Writing. Let's talk about writing. I'm sorry, my brain is just like, I'm just tired because I've been awake early on a lot of days, and it's been a lot this week. So anyway, writing progress. Exciting. I have gotten farther into Act 1 with the revisions I'm doing. I came to a scene where one of the notes I had left myself was, hey, maybe you could do like this instead, slightly change how the scene goes to increase the amount of conflict, because you know, more conflict in a story is better story, right? So as I came back to that scene and reread that note from myself, I was like, that's a good idea. So I've done two things. I was like, I think I like it, but I'm not like quite sure. So what I've done is I've left the scene. Oh my gosh, this dog, hold on. Okay, she's back in her bed now, which is a problem for her for some reason. So she's crying. I'm just like, my goodness. Anyway, I'm trying. Okay, we're trying here. So anyway, what I've done with this scene is I left the scene as is, basically. And then I duplicated the scene, and I'm changing the duplicate portion to include this new conflict. One of the scenes I really just, it's okay. I feel like I'm explaining this so bad. I'm so sorry. There's one scene where there's two women discussing something, and in the original draft, she comes to one conclusion. And in this new draft, I'm going to have her come to a different conclusion. So that's the end of that one scene. Then the next scene is sort of her realizing that the conclusion she came to is like not good. But for that second scene, the scene where she realizes she's made a poor choice, is I basically have to rewrite the whole scene so it's from her perspective and includes this new conflict issue. Does that make any sense? Hopefully it does. I'm in the middle of like the beginning portion of this second scene where I'm like rewriting the scene to include this new stuff. And that's what I'm going to try to finish today. It's just one scene. I should be able to finish that. And then the rest of the story should flow fine as is. So I should be able to finish one scene today. That's not that much. I'm going to try to get that done over the next hour or two, I guess. And then later today, I do have another writer meetup that I'm going to go to. So that's at 2:15 this afternoon. So I have, several hours here at home first, and then I'll head up there. Let's try to get this scene done, this rewrite done, and then we'll see what's next. Can you hear her? She is just not happy. She was doing fine. We were doing fine, and now we're not. So anyway, we're gonna try Serenity now and just like, ooh, it's been a lot. Okay, let me try to get this work done. Yeah, I'm doing the thing where I say I'm going to start and then I don't start and I chat with you more. But I did two other things, like minor kind of things this week in the Scrivener document that I think should hopefully be helpful. One thing I did is I went through the binder side where I have like scene 1, scene 2, like where you can click around. And I changed the little icon to be color coded to tell whose POV the scene is from. So the ones with the little blue striped notebook icon are the male main character's POV, and the orange ones are the female's POV. The other thing I did is I added a new little side document to list out the names of either minor side characters or characters that are mentioned like once or twice, or places that are mentioned once or twice. Because I was doing stuff where like in scene 1, I name the main female character's like maid, and then 20 scenes later she's there again, and I'm like, I don't remember what I named her. So I have a little like name list going so I can keep track of all those like random characters that aren't like super important, but I do need to make sure their name is consistent throughout, so I've got that going as well. Anyway, now 100% promise I'm gonna get started. Okay, we're gonna finish this scene and then maybe take lunch. That's a good goal. Okay, finish this scene and then we can take lunch. Let's do it. Somehow, against all odds, I have finished this newly drafted section of this scene. It's good-ish, good enough. Okay, good enough for the time being. I got distracted halfway. I've been distracted multiple times, but I finally got a reply back from the vet about this weird stuff that's been going on with her. And so then I was like replying back, and he wants us to change things again. So I'm like, oh my gosh. Let me just show you. Okay, this is just like, since less than a month ago, this is the number of things we've had to change. Every single one of those is like, added this, reduced that, changed this, swapped this, blah, blah, blah. Like, it's just been a lot. So no wonder she's like kind of a mess, but I'm having a really hard time concentrating just because I'm just thinking about her and thinking about how to fix stuff. Anyway, this is completed for the moment. Good job, me. I'm gonna need to edit or revise more in the second half of the scene, but not as much. I'll just need to sprinkle in like a few other little details. But it's almost noon. I'm gonna go ahead and take a lunch break or eat something. I don't want to eat too much because we're meeting up at that restaurant again, so I'm sure I'll get something there. And yeah, but I need to eat something or I'll be like passing out while I'm trying to drive up there. So anyway, let me take a break, take a breath, and get something to eat. All right, lunch concluded. We're back at it again. I'm trying to decide if the second half of this scene should be from whose POV it should be from. Initially, I was thinking I was going to rewrite the whole thing in the female main character's point of view, because the first draft was in the male main character's point of view. Obviously, if I rewrite it from her perspective, I have to rewrite, like, you know, basically the entire thing, right? I could keep like dialogue bits and stuff. Let me go through this and I'm gonna edit it or revise it so that it's still from his POV. I'm just gonna sprinkle in a few little extra bits and see how that sounds. And if I'm like, no, then we can go and rewrite it and do the extra work. Yes? Does that sound like a plan? It sounds like a plan. Does it sound like a good plan? Let's do it. Okay. I'm like not quite done. I have a little bit left in this scene, but I need to start getting ready to go because otherwise I will be late for this little writing meetup thing. So I need to copy the version of this onto my laptop. My laptop is currently in the hallway being used by a certain little girl to watch birdies all day. So I need to get my husband's laptop so I can still have her birdies going and so I can take my laptop with the stuff. I'm doing fantastic. So this vlog has felt so chaotic. I'm sorry, but I guess I'm just feeling chaotic. It's all good. We're gonna go to the writing meeting. We're gonna do some work. We're gonna eat some food. We're gonna chat with friends. We're gonna chill. It'll be good. So let me get myself all packed up and ready to go, and we'll hit the road. It is many days later. It is definitely not the 6th. It's, what is today? It's Thursday the 9th. The same thing happened this last Saturday as happened the Saturday before the writing meeting ended, and then I had to rush home to let the dogs out to go pee real quick, and then I had to rush to pick up my husband from work, and then rush home. So anyway, it was just sort of a busy end of the day, and I didn't have a chance to like sit down and actually wrap things up. This week has also been chaotic, but that's fine. I honestly didn't even look at the footage that you just saw until Wednesday this week, because I was doubting whether the footage would be usable, because it just felt so like stressful and like crazy while I was filming it. I don't know, but then I looked back at it and I was like, okay, it's not like so bad. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed. I hope your week has been less stressful and less crazy than mine, and if it wasn't, then I hope the coming week will smooth out a little bit for you. I haven't been able to get a whole lot of work done this week in the mornings either. We're continuing to have the same kind of little issues with Jade in the mornings, waking up really early, and you can maybe hear her now just roughing and crying in her bed. So anyway, I need to wrap this up so that I can tack this on to the end and finish editing it and upload it and do all the things. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I will see you next time. Bye.